What's good, YouTube? I'm Tony T.
King Davi.
Zay Chantel.
And you are watching the best show on the internet. That's Debatable. Kwame Brown has been taking the internet by storm. A conversation that was had on the All the Smoke podcast between Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, and two episodes, one having Jenny Buss on there, the owner of the Lakers, and Gilbert Arenas, a former basketball all-star, played for the Wizards, played for Golden State. Question of the day is, was Kwame Brown overreacting to jokes made by Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes on the All the Smoke podcast?
I'm gonna say no. That man has been quiet for 20 years. There has been jokes. He has been the butt of jokes for 2 decades. So for him to finally to talk back and speak up and to re-engage with the critics or his haters, whatever you want to call them, he is not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, he feels some type of way. He's been talked about for 20 years. He feels some type of way. And saying no one's going to talk shit about you for 20 years and you're going to just be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit ass on, shit pals on. He was a volcano ready to erupt. Charlamagne the God, though. That man messy. That man disrespectful. He needs help, because what he said about that man family.
All right, so I'm indifferent. I say he wrong and I say he not wrong. I say yes, he wrong only because, like, so you waited this long to come out and retaliate. You waited this long. Why? What was so bad about this joke that made you really lash out the way he did? Because he was saying some stuff on that video. So what made it so bad about this joke that made you want to retaliate now? So if you've been a butt of jokes for 20 years and you've been able to take it this long, what made that one specifically so bad that they said? So in that sense, I felt like he was wrong unless he just have some bad blood with them. And then I felt like he...
Not at all. I think that Kwame Brown is justified in what he's been saying. At first, I kind of felt similar, like, man, why are you tripping on just like this little joke? But at the end of the day, it's been 20 years of this joke, right? And you hear this one joke, but if for your whole career, you've been playing professionally at a professional level, just not at these unnecessary expectations you received as a 17-year-old boy who got drafted to the Wizards by Michael Jordan, your idol, who once you got to the team ridiculed you because he couldn't trade you to another team. Now, throughout his whole career, he managed to have great stats, but because his name was being rubbed through the mud by the media, he wasn't able to secure $1 million deals that these other guys who were performing worse than he was were able to get $60 million and $50 million deals. But because you made his name so terrible in the media, he wasn't able to secure that money, take care of his family. So he had to be the 17-year-old.
Zay, we just talked about this. 20 years, you know what I'm saying? It was the final fucking straw. You know what I'm saying? The straw that broke the camel back. Like, the man was tired of people talking. You know what I'm saying? He had to fucking retaliate. And I need him to. He needs his own show. That's like he needs his own show. He needs his own podcast. That should be tough. Tune it dead the fuck in too.
All right, yes, we did just talk about this, but again, if you held it on for that long, why let somebody take you out your comfort zone? If you've been rising above that joke for so many years, why let somebody take you out your comfort zone for that one moment and then they'll make a joke about it again? Like, why you so hard up about this joke? It's the same joke that's been around. I get it. But why let somebody take you to that level that you already rised above? Like, you already was over that. Does that make sense?
All right, so yeah, 20 years, he spent 13 of them in the league, right? Again, the media is eating him alive, and he sees that, okay, the media is making me look kind of crazy or whatever. He said he was laughing about it because he was putting up numbers, and then while the league trying to say he a bust. But the problem is, as time went on, that started to affect his money. So if I go out here and fight the media, what's gonna happen? More of my money is gonna be lost, right? At the end of the day, this man was a teenager who got drafted, got ridiculed, ran through the mud, and then these people just continue to do it 20 years over. Enough is enough.
Like that man said, how can you be a bust when you came from where you came from and still brought your mama? You said still get your mama out the ghetto. still bought your mama a crib at 17. How can you consider that man a bust?
I'm not saying bust or nothing like that. Again, I get it, but I'm indifferent. I feel in some senses, yeah, he was wrong, and then in other senses, okay, he wasn't. Like, I'm gonna stick to that.
All right, Carmelo Anthony was in the league for 17 years. He got fired by the Rockets general manager. He said, in that moment, when the general manager told me you didn't need my services no more, I questioned my ability to play the game. 17 years old is what Kwame Brown was when he joined the league. He got ridiculed by his idol. You telling me a grown man would question himself and not a child?
Yeah, my big issue with the whole thing is,
and you hip to the Kwame Brown shit?
The media, right? The media is hugely guilty. We watched a public assassination. We see it all the time. The media will assassinate people's character, make these jokes repeatedly and repeatedly, right? And we think we take them as jokes on the surface, but at the end of the day, publicly, the perception of that person now is that they're a trash person for whatever reason. Even if it's not even conscious, you just kind of walk around and like, oh, this guy's a joke. You see what I'm saying? Because that's all you know him to be. And if you are in I guess the All the Smoke podcast is supposed to be like uplifting black people. Yeah, you sitting here and you ridiculing another black man who's doing good for his community and whatnot, trying to build up tiny homes so that people who in low-income neighborhoods got somewhere to live and can set themselves up if they get out of prison and things of that nature. But you're ridiculing this man and kind of removing his credibility by making him look like a joke, making him like a clown. And then the way they edited that clip on like whatever it was, First Take or whatever the case was, they edited so all you saw was him cussing and sounding like an asshole by making like little jokes, but they cut the edit off right before he started to laugh, so you can see he was joking about what he was saying, but he made some real valid points about his performance in the league, so he's not really a bust. Y'all just had inflated expectations of him. And then he also made points about why you guys in the media are wrong for the way you're going about broadcasting and advertising different people and paying black men to look a certain way, but you don't do the same with our counterparts who perform worse than others. You kind of just let them ride, but when it's somebody like me, y'all just bash into the wall. So yeah, man, I salute Kwame Brown.
Yeah, that like this, like he brought shit to life the way Stephen A. You know, Stephen A. is whoever, but the way Stephen A. be talking about these players. The way that all these motherfucking broadcasters talk about these players, he's a trash. Kwame Brown, he is trash. He's a bust. He has small. Like, bro, you can't beat him. You know what I'm saying? He made it to a level that you know what I'm saying? That you're not at. He makes more money than you. You know what I'm saying? How can y'all consider this man a bust just because he didn't live up to y'all expectations? You know what I'm saying? He never said, I'm gonna be the motherfucking greatest center alive. I'm gonna be the greatest player alive. He said, hey, bro, I'm gonna make this NBA. I'm gonna get my mom out the motherfucking slums. And he did that. How can that man be considered a bust? And yeah, man. She's still different because she don't know no better. It's okay.
No, I'm not saying.
But she feel the way I think you feel is similar to how a lot of people, like I said, most people when they get information from the news, you're gonna take what the news is saying. The news showed Kwame Brown saying some shit that if you don't have the full context, could sound fucked up. Like, damn, you gonna talk about this man, girl. Damn, you gonna talk about this man. You know what I'm saying? Perception. Damn, you gonna talk about what they doing. It can seem fucked up, but when you take into context everything that he was saying he went on for days. Everything he said throughout this whole thing, he had a point. You know what I'm saying? Y'all assassinated this man's character. Yeah, y'all talked about his ball game, but y'all also called him a bum and doing all this other stuff that attacked his character. That kind of gives him a negative perception outside in the real world as well. And then I think I'm so thankful for Jalen Rose because he stood up for that man years ago, and I had never seen it until he talked about it, until Kwame Brown talked about it. So I wanted to go look it up, where Jalen Rose kind of called them out on how they talk about basketball players. So,
I gotta see that. You got the link to that?
I actually did.
I'll put it on the video, and I'm sending it.
Yeah, shout out to Jalen Rose.
And then what's crazy was Jalen Rose, the episode before the episode where he did that, had went at Skip, right? So that's why they even had this episode where he talked about Kwame. So the episode before that, Skip said some sideways shit about Russell Westbrook, right? I think he was trying to tell him to like retire or something along those lines. And then Jalen Rose kind of telling him, oh, okay, so this guy who averaged and blah, 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 and you who averaged what, 1.1 in high school? Like, was like coming at Skip Bayless to the point of like, okay, we gotta have an intervention. So the next episode, they try to have an intervention between Skip and Jalen, but Jalen, and then Stephen A. coming there trying to ridicule Skip and Jalen, but that's when Jalen was telling him like, okay, so when you go up here calling Kwame, what you think this does to basketball players and things of that nature, blah, blah, blah. So he was calling him out. So I salute Kwame, I salute Aylin, I salute all them boys, man. I really appreciate that. So
I remember that little beef that they had, but I don't remember them talking about Jalen or.
Yeah, it was tight. But Jalen Rose held it down. So, yep. Y'all got anything else on that one?
Hold on, Archie here. He about to speak on a bit. Oh
yeah, man. Let's get him in.
Come on. Yeah. You got to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we about to get another good brother, my man Archie Corbin. He about to come in and let us know a little bit about how you feel about the Kwame situation. What's good, dog?
What's going on, man? Long time no see, bro.
Long time no see, brother, man. Good to see you, man. With the Tar Heel blue on, I see you.
Well, you gotta hold it down.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, how you feel about was Kwame Brown overreacting, or was he justified in his reaction?
Nah, he wasn't overreacting. Somebody need to whoop Charlamagne ass, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a little too much, man. He didn't have to go into detail like that. You know?
Yeah, that shit fucked up, because you had no reason to sit here and talk about anything that had nothing to do with nothing, right? One, like you said, this ain't. I don't even know that side of my family. You know what I'm saying? And then you try and like say that I'm gonna kill somebody because I'm standing up for myself, because people want to sit here and ridicule me and call me all kind of like bums and all this other shit. So yeah, man, Charlamagne is ass beat.
Yeah, he really do. But as far as him being the tail end, the jokes, I mean that is what it is. But Charlamagne took it too far.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this clip of That's Debatable. I'm Tony T. Be sure to give this video a like and comment your views down below. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how you felt about the video. But if you really want to support the channel, give this video a like and watch more clips by selecting the video to the left and to the right of me here.